What's happening?
So here we go again, you all.
He lost the book.
Get your book together.
Secure the bag. This is number 3. We're on chapters 5 and 6. I think we're getting really comfortable with this, you all. We're getting really comfortable. I think the first one was really, really nervous. Second we got to look. Now we're really comfortable. So who's gonna speak first? The LLs?
Yeah, we can.
Sure.
It is tourist month, you know.
It is tourist season. My birthday's tomorrow,
Sunday.
May 2nd.
Sunday.
For those who don't know.
5-5 Cinco de Mayo. The real tourist birthday. And,
okay.
I got it tatted on me. You know what I'm
saying? Okay. So chapter 5 was really good because I think that we talk about all the time like how we need to get more people around us, but we don't really know what type of people, right? So it kind of breaks it down to like the 6 important people that you need in order for you to be financially successful. And I don't know, do you want to break down what they are, who they are? Or?
We can list them down. Like you have your professionals, which basically like good person, like have your like finances and things like that. Someone who probably makes money already. A connector, someone who's like influential in the community who could connect you with certain people to try to get you your business or brand out there. A mega you, which is someone that you inspire to be like. Kind of like a rookie, looking at a rookie receiver, looking at Jerry Rice or somebody like that. A mentor / sponsor, someone that can like help you get you through things, and like a coach who's basically opposite of a yes man, someone that's going to be brutally honest with you and push you to where you need to be. I guess.
And I like the one that said the one.
Oh, and your spouse.
And your spouse. There's like, do I look fat in this? So
yeah, it's gonna be brutal. Someone is gonna be brutally honest with you, although, you know, it might not be influential for the time, but like, hey, I'm your partner. I'm here to help you. Whatever we gotta get through.
You look fat in that.
No. But we don't got time to worry about that right now. We got somewhere we gotta be. But we can work out later together. We'll get up in the morning together and work out. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically.
Burn you and bill you.
Right. I like one thing that I got. Did you all highlight a lot of stuff? I did.
We highlighted the individual teams and what those teams bring.
And I like how I said your personal board of directors.
Yeah.
That's the base thing. And then another thing I got out of it, talking about your sponsor or mentor, and for some reason people think the person, especially my age, they might think the person needs to be older, but they don't need to be older. It might be someone, I may be saying I'm going to change careers, or I want to get advice for someone who knows how to do different things, and I just go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to talk to that person and say, can we go out for some coffee, or can I treat you to lunch? And people like talking about themselves.
Yes. So have the people come on a more professional level, where that's what they say, like, do an interview, or have them come on for your podcast, or have them come on and don't, it's not more like a pick your brain, it's more of a professional setting. So they're like, hey, I just want to interview you, you know?
And then it's not making it seem like it's only for you. It's actually for the audience of the podcast, rather than you being the one that's getting all the game
information
from it.
Yeah.
And it's actually helping them as well.
Yeah.
Win-win situation of 7 habits.
Yeah. Win-win-win. Yeah.
Win-win-win. And I like, but for some reason, I find myself falling into a category of sometimes I need to get someone who that's a mega me. People always come and say, you know what, I like what you did. Can you sponsor me? Can I hang around you? That's fine. But when it's time, when I'm trying to grow, I need to find people. I like to say, and it's probably going to sound really, really bad, I want to be the dumbest person in the crew.
Yes. Yep.
So I want to be like, yeah, because I should be the dumbest person in the crew, and I'm hanging around so I can learn, so I can end up like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like crazy because when I was like looking at this, I was kind of wondering like, I know it's probably like a deeper level to this, and getting the right people around you. I want to do have like an entire book around the whole thing, because like it's like a lot of people, like all of these people on here, like I'm probably that to somebody, and
Right.
it's probably that to me to a certain degree. They're not like the same five people in the same group that I'm there. Sometimes I go through a phase where I hang around this one person a lot for 3 months, and then it's back to seeing them once a month or something like that. And it's when they come from like different, because it's people that just know me from different things, like people who just know me from school, people who just know me from like kicking it out, people who just know me from partying, people who just know me from playing basketball, people who just know me from like doing music. So it's like it's different versions of you out there as well, you know. So I guess so. The only people who probably know all of them are the people who's closest to you,
Right.
and there's probably not that many people who know like all those parts of
Right.
me, you know, like
Your
so.
mini team, your mini team, your board of directors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if I don't know like certain people I do meet that can help me. I know I do have a problem with that. A lot of times I get like a lot of networking numbers, but they don't mean anything if you don't like actually water those relationships and actually, I guess, lend something out to them, like and try to do something with them as well. Because I
Do
know a
you,
lot of
do you
people.
feel like you're when you're reaching out to people, do you feel like you're nagging them? And you're like, you know what, I got their information. I told them I'm gonna call them, but I didn't call them because I'm saying if someone who's asking me something, I'm waiting for them to come to me. So vice versa, shouldn't we feel comfortable of going to that person to ask for help and assistance and guidance? And
Well,
that,
that's what it says in the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead.
Well, that's what it says in the book. Like, in order for those people that you see as your mega you, they are busy. They have a lot going on, not just in their business, but in their personal. So you have to make it convenient for them. Like, if you are going to invite them out for coffee, do it around their office. Communicate, like just basically respect them on how they want to communicate. So I think that that was, something that was really important
Yeah, I know
in networking.
another thing it was saying too as well is try to give before you receive.
Right.
Try to make it seem like not try to sell yourself because that sounds kind of cheesy, but like but kind of like make it seem like you have something to offer as well, and it's just not a one-way street.
Right. Come,
Like, yeah,
come,
Yeah,
bring
let
something
me
to the
get this,
table.
let me get this, and it's like, okay, why should I help you? What are you doing for me? You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Like I was gonna say, when it came down to like not only go there to receive something from them, in order to get that watering the relationship, as you were saying earlier, how I feel is when you're conversating with them, you're talking to them, networking, put something in their ear to where do your conversation to where they know that you have something they need. So you're not going to be the one nagging nonstop because you have something that they truly need. It's going to be vice versa. It's going to be a certain relationship gained from that. So it just starts building up.
Yeah.
Another point is said learn how to delegate. That's something that is hard for me. When I was in the military, I had to learn. I had to work on delegation. Like what we're doing, we're delegating.Ike's good on the social media stuff, so you know what, delegate that. But then I wonder, did I not delegate because people had let me down? They didn't follow through when I wanted them to do something. But I need to learn how to delegate because I need to not get burnt out.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
Cause say there's no such thing as a self-made millionaire. Everybody had their team. I mean, you all have your team.
Yeah, and that's what people don't realize. I forgot what I was watching. I think it was like a video they were showing at work or something, but like the person that actually starts is not the real true leader. It's the first few followers that's actually there because they're the ones that's actually
Putting the work in.
like make it look fun to be, or making it look cool or something. And it was like real simple. It was just somebody on the beach just doing this little crazy dance.
Follower. Can you
Yeah.
remember that video that
Yeah.
they legal shield?
Everybody doing a little thing, whatever. And then like it was the first for it took like 4 or 5 more people to come up there, start doing it, and to be that first 4 followers go. They're the ones taking all the risks. Like they're the ones who can embarrass themselves.
Yeah.
They're the ones who go get I told you so. If it don't work, they go want us to go get everything.
That's how I met you.
But then when everybody out there doing it,
I was the only one on the dance floor. I took the risk, and man, it paid off.
Yep.
But it's like and then it's less. It seems less risky and more cool and more acceptable when everyone's like start getting on board. It becomes like a trend at that point.
Yeah.
So
So that I think that what the biggest thing that I got out of this is that
We need new friends.
shut up. I mean, no, I actually saw some people on that list that I already know that I don't spend enough time with.
mhm.
So that time
Yeah,
needs
that's
the people that I spend the most time with are not actually an asset. The people that I have in my life that I don't spend enough time with, I need to go out and just like seek that relationship more, because they're part, like they have those attributes as being a part of my fantasy financial team, and just kind of like you said, watering those relationships, and that's the most that I got out of chapter 5.
Right. Yeah, and I did skip the 6, didn't I? So now we're on 6, right?
Just a little bit.
Well,
Yeah,
you
chapter
just
5.
need to delegate to those team members, right?
Also, what is it? Time is money. It's chapter 6.
Mhm.
And where I deal with that, I have a personal mission statement. I have my personal mission statement, and when people asking me to do something that's not part of my mission statement, or I'm watering that relationship, is time is money.
Yep.
It's not part of my mission statement. It's even when you're going out having fun partying. Yes, that's part of my mission statement. I will make sure as your grandmother said, work hard, work harder. Before it was a phase. Remember, she used to say to me before it was a phase, a phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Work hard, work harder.
Work hard, play harder, right?
Yeah. Work hard, play harder. And she always said in that order.
Yeah. Yep. That's the thing about it too. Like, there are so many opportunities wherever you go to kind of network, and it could be like a natural thing. Like if you are going out and you're having fun, and a person asks you like, hey, so what do you do? And then that's the point of like, say, hey, I'm thinking about doing. Of course, don't tell all your ideas. Like keep some things, to yourself. But and then also asking them questions about what they do, and maybe even being quiet and listening to what they do more, so that you can see, how does this person add value? Because that could be a time spent. And if you're out like Dre, he promotes his music. That's what he's doing is trying to add value to his music career by being out and networking with other people like DJs and other artists at different art events that you do, right?
Yeah.
Like the biggest thing that I kind of notice is that when it comes to anything like that, anything like music, anything that you do, period, like selling yourself is one of the biggest parts. Mainly because, say with music, if someone sees you so much and they like you, because whenever they see you each and every time, they don't have to like your music. They're gonna support you and support your music because
it's just not in music as well. It's in the professional world. It's where you work at. If they see that you're a great addition to the team, if there needs a new project is coming up, you're like, you know what, I want this person on my project, or another person might end up being a VP or hiring manager at another company, and they end up contacting you like, you know what, I'm at this new company and I want to bring you over, or I hear that you know how to write code. Can you write this particular code, or can you build a database? And when you build those relationships, you really don't have to interview if you're going to get a job. If you're building a relationship, they contact you.
Yeah, people feel like they know you already, especially if they see that you being genuine.
Right.
I don't take that many times either. Like it's few people I met down here, real solid people. Probably only kicked it with like a handful of times, but we still got that mutual. Like don't see each other that much, but it's like we know like okay that's a solid dude. Like you could tell like the genuineness is them. So when something do come up, it's not even like a question of like a loyalty thing. It's
Right.
like who it's not like a I'm trying to say how to put it. Like you said, like if they know who you are, it's not an interview process anymore. So they just
Like, you want to join my team.
get you there, yeah.
Another thing I look with time management, if it's not on my calendar, it doesn't get done.
Yeah.
I put everything on my calendar. Even
Yeah.
when we go out, I end up sending you all a calendar
You
invite.
do. You definitely do. I had it on my calendar.
Even for today, on the calendar
You trying to go to
invite.
dinner? You trying to go out to eat? Yeah. Beep beep beep.
Yep.
Like man, you just told me about the I'm about to go right now.
On the calendar invite. What else? He said something about the to-do list,
Yeah.
and that's the first time I heard about
Yes.
Ivy League because I use the 4 quadrants of the 7 habits of highly effective people. So
Okay.
you have different ways of doing to-do lists and time management. So I looked up Ivy League, but I'm comfortable doing my 4 quadrants of the 7 habits of highly effective people. So I'm still going to keep on that. But there's an app for the Ivy League as well.
Okay.
So I that's that. Own your morning. What does it say? Millionaire.
Yes.
They say
I believe that wholeheartedly, like about owning your morning, like getting up early, because when I don't get up early, we don't eat breakfast. We don't get things going. We don't like, I'm late. I got things, and then for me, I actually I take at least, it's like 45 minutes to an hour for me to get to work every day. So if I'm not up early, I miss an hour of work time, right? And then Dre, like I said, if I don't get up early, Dre, we don't eat breakfast. He doesn't work out. He doesn't get his workout routine. I don't get my workout clothes for after work. So I really believe that in the mornings are most effective because at 5 o'clock, everybody's calling you things like the systems are shut down because everybody's using it all at the same time and it's traffic and you want to get home because you got so much to do. So I think that that's, something that early bird gets the worm is definitely true.
Even when I was watching, I forgot what show it was. It was like Dame Dash, like he had like a little hustler show or something, and he was like, "You're not supposed to be sleeping." Like, not saying like you don't need your sleep, but it's like usually like delegate like take naps throughout the day or get like a pattern, just try to maximize the time.
Yeah.
I guess when you're that busy and doing like and you gotta wear so many hats and everything, like it'll get to that point where you actually have to do that. But yeah, like definitely like sometimes it's just a mental thing. You're like, man, I'm fine getting up. Like
But you know what? I think
something to get you up, like, man, come on, man. You gotta do
you
this.
still take a nap when you come home.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, it had me energized though.
Right.
But he was saying like if you was about to take a vacation and you had to wake up you had your flight at 6 o'clock in the morning, you gonna make sure you have yourself up, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so you gotta have that same intensity. Like, or if you go into a business meeting that's your own, or we used to go to the leadership stuff, they'd be like, oh, it's raining too much outside, like I don't wanna go. Like, okay, if this is your job, would you go?
Yep.
Like you gotta like put it like into like you putting everybody else's dreams above yours. Basically, what it boils down to.
Yeah.
I like to say, create a template of your ideal week. I think we do that already. Do you all have your template of how your time is going to be all week?
I actually used to do like write down things that I need to do for the next day, but I kind of got out of that, so I'm gonna start doing that again. But I definitely need to start doing the template for my work week because there are things that fall by the wayside that are important And I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot I needed to do that. So I definitely need to implement some of these things that he was saying.
And what these two, this especially this chapter 7, what it did for me, it confirmed the time is money. I am on the right path. I just need to tweak a little things, just
Yeah.
tweaking here and there. And I think also Dre Lavelle, you too. You two right out here, or you getting together?
Oh no, I'm like thinking about like, because I asked one on my head, but I'm waiting until after like to speak on it. It kind of revolves around people that like around how growing up in society, you're trained and taught that you have an 8 hour day all the way through school to a regular job. When in all actuality, all that time that you're pushing away, and you're like, oh, I'm done with work, so I can just sit back. That's time missing out in my head. Like
Right.
there's so much more in those hours that could be done, that could be learned that normally isn't.
Right.
And
True.
I know like another thing up in that was in this like that I know I need to work on a lot myself is learning how to say no.
Yeah.
Um, like when you if you give and give and give, you can't put yourself in a position where you can't ultimately help people at the end. Like we used to say yes to every vacation, you know, like
Yes.
we gonna be there, yep,
We went
Mexico,
to
yep,
every vacation that people wanted to invite us to.
So we actually had to say no to one last year, and I wanted to go, but at the end of the day, it's like okay, it's done. Like it's like
They went
they
and
went,
it's over.
you know, like
We
it's
weren't
over
there.
now. I saved $2,000, you know, like
But
so
that again goes to your knowing how to say no. Have your personal mission statement, and you can tell people, you know what, right now in the next few years, that's not part of my mission statement.
Yeah.
We're right now we're on a mission to catapult with the next 3 to 5 years, and that's not part of my mission statement. That's a good easy way to say no.
Nice. Sacrificing, like, oh, it's crazy because even when you're not in high school, there's a lot of peer pressure of like people wanting you to be like, let's go out, let's go do stuff, let's go do this and that, and I'm like, no, no, thank you. Only because the last time, it wasn't very,
Each
there was
other's
no game there.
That's the good thing by having a spouse. You can use that person's excuse. You're like,
Yes.
let me check with my husband right now. Knowing in your head you're gonna say no, but you're
Anyway.
like, let me check with. And he's like, you know what? We have something to do already, so we cannot do it.
Yeah.
And that could be just quality, and you're not fibbing. It's quality time together.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we got this episode to watch. You know what I mean?
Game of Thrones.
Right, because you still have to build your relationship, your emotional bank account with each other.
True. Aki, royalty. Sorry. Yes, you.
No, but like it's
Yes.
still
Yeah.
kind of like
Go
on
ahead
that.
and say what you got to say, and then wrap it up with the next 2 chapters that we're going to cover. So we'll let you do the closing. Is that fine with you all?
That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, we good.
Okay, go ahead, Aki.
All right, so like whenever I looked at going out, doing things and scheduling time, right now what I'm trying to look at doing is not expanding the time frame that I'm doing it within, but being able to fit more things into that time frame, being able to thoroughly put more things throughout my day that needs to be done and get it done with more quality. I can do a bunch of things, but it can be horrible. But I want to be able to fit more things and make them perfect. So being able to do that will kind of end up building on to chapter 7 being how we can all get paid like MVPs, like, and also how I'm looking at it going back is, are you at where you want to be at? Are you getting paid what you're worth? How to get paid like an MVP on chapter 7, and that is actually a pretty short chapter as well, if you look at it. And
Well,
which
chapter 8.
Chapter 8, Mastering Free Agency. Those two should actually be some pretty cool chapters. Getting paid like an MVP and kind of pushing towards entrepreneurship when it comes to being a free agent. So
Y'all, chapter 9 is long.
very.
Not really long, but we can.
It's longer than the other.
It's starting to get long.
Well, I need to read chapter 9. That one actually sounds like a winner right there.
Right. Yeah, there's a game that you can actually play. Well, I'll send it to you all, and we can talk about that when we get to chapter.
Okay.
All right, so we wrapped up. So are we going to get together? Because Sunday is May 5th. So
Yeah, Sunday my birthday, so
right, we're not going
go to Mario. It's Dre's birthday, and
So we go, instead of doing it May 5th, we'll push it up to the next Sunday.
Okay.
Because I can't do Wednesday because I start teaching class on Wednesday night. So we're gonna do that. So I stop recording. Let's say bye. Let's do our bye.
Bye.
All right.
All right, everyone have a good one.
Plug.
Secure
Follow.
the bag.
right up.
And
Lola
then
being
the grandpa.
All right.
Follow that B Lola. At that B Lola.
Right.